What's up, Buffs fans? Welcome back to Buffs Hoops Weekly. I'm your host, Matt Spivak, and on today's episode, I'm going to be recapping the Buffalo's last two games against Providence and Alabama State. Let's get right into their 97-88 win over Providence. In this one, the Buffalo's defense finally showed up, holding the Friars to under 50% from the floor in both halves. Previously, the Buffs had allowed Eastern Washington and Montana State, two Big Sky squads, to over 50% from the floor in all four halves played against them, so allowing this Big East team in Providence, a good squad, to under 50% from the field in both halves is a great improvement for this Buffs defense. Despite Colorado holding the lead for nearly 40 minutes the entire game, the Buffs only led by 1 point at the half. The game was back and forth throughout the entirety, but every time the Friars were able to cut the deficit to 5 points or fewer, the Buffs extended their lead and ultimately took the dub in this one. The Buffs were able to out-rebound the Friars by 11, with Alon Makayeli, Elijah Malone, Venkat Dak, and Sebastian Rancic all grabbing 6 or more rebounds for the Buffs. The CU bench outscored the Friars by 25 points, highlighted by Makayeli's 20 and freshman Isaiah Johnson's 15 points. Now hear from head coach Tad Boyle on this game.
Yeah, great team victory tonight. I'm really proud of our guys. The one thing I knew about our team, we learned it in Australia this summer, is how tough they are and how much they like to compete. And it doesn't matter who they're playing, where they're playing, or when they're playing. And I challenged them with that tonight. They responded. We beat a good Providence team. Kim English is a hell of a coach. They got a hell of a program.
Now let's look at some of the key players for the Buffaloes in this one. I mentioned freshman Alon Makayeli scored 20 points off the bench, the most for the Buffaloes in this one. He really had a breakout game, grabbing 6 rebounds in his 23 minutes played. Although he was not able to block any shots or grab any steals, his effort and energy still showed on the defensive end. He was able to move his feet and force Providence into some tough looks. Now here's Alon Makayeli on getting back into the flow of things after his ankle injury.
Yeah, like you said, I had first game I had a little injury in my ankle. Then we got back second game. Felt comfortable playing with all the guys. And I don't know, I just feel like I have the back from the coaching staff and my teammates and my coaches putting trust in me. And yeah, I'm just trying to play hard and perform well and just help us win.
Another key player for the Buffaloes was guard Barrington Hargress. He played 34 minutes, the most on the Buffs, and was controlling the game like a true floor general out there. He had a season high in points with 15 and assists with 11 while only turning the ball over one time. That's the true reason that Tad Boyle and his staff wanted to bring him here from UC Riverside. Yes, his scoring abilities are nice, but his biggest strength is his ability to pass the ball without turning it over frequently. Now hear from Hargress on how he was seeing the floor.
Really just being aggressive, allowing the defense to feel like I was being a threat getting to those spots, and then they were overhelping. So I had threats all around me. I had some shooters, and I also had my guys rolling to the basket. So just being aggressive.
Moving on to some of the key players in this one for the Friars, guard Jason Edwards was the game's leading scorer with 24 points, and he also dished out 6 assists in 34 minutes played, the most for anyone on Providence. Defensively, forward Oswin Arunse was all over the place, swatting a career-high 7 shots in the game. Despite controlling the paint on the defensive side of the floor, offensively, Arunse only took 3 shots for 6 points. Now let's move on to the Buffs' dominant win against the Alabama State Hornets by a score of 94-66. The Buffs jumped out to an early 20-point lead 10 minutes into this one and never looked back. Colorado shot the ball from 54% from the field while holding the Hornets to 36% and out-rebounding them by 13 boards. Colorado had 5 different double-digit scores in this one, which is really looking like the winning recipe for the Buffs. Here's Tad Boyle after the game.
I thought in the first half our defense was terrific. We made some strides in that area, so got a little complacent on that end in the second half, gave up 44 points, but there's some things to build on, and that's the one thing you want to do.
Moving on to some of the key players in the game, for the Buffaloes, forward Venkat Dak was their main enforcer defensively. He grabbed 7 rebounds while blocking 3 shots and stealing 2 passes. He also had the game's best plus-minus with plus 30. Despite scoring 16 points, Dak struggled offensively inside the paint, only making 4 of his 8 attempted layups and putbacks. Here is Dak on his thoughts on the game.
Just my effort, to be honest. I feel like the past couple games we have, I haven't been showing that my effort, kind of, besides the first game, I feel like. And I've been getting myself struggling offensively, so I just feel like if I get myself going defensively, I can get myself going offensively, so that helped tonight.
Some other key Buffaloes in this one were forward Sebastian Rancic, who added 14 points on just 3 attempted shots from the field. Most of his points came from the free throw line. He was 10 of 10 from the charity stripe, showing his ability to get downhill and draw fouls. Freshman Jalen Holland also balled out in this one, scoring 7 points and grabbing 7 rebounds in just 16 minutes played, earning him the second best plus-minus in this game with plus 22. Holland also blocked 1 shot and grabbed 1 steal. Moving on to some of the key players for the Hornets, guard Ajon Anderson led the team in scoring with 15 points while dishing out 6 assists. He was not very efficient from the field, scoring just 4 of his 15 attempted shots, good for 26%, and 2 from 8 from deep. Guard Cam Palesi scored 13 points on 50% from the field, going 3 of 3 from deep. He also grabbed 6 rebounds in 36 minutes, the most on the Hornets. That wraps up this week's episode. I'm your host, Matt Spivak, and thanks for watching.